Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar live at Live Grit, our third session at Live Grit talking about improving running efficiency. In the first session, we talked about improving the ability to stack your core, use your core, and to breathe to create better running efficiency. Last week's module, we talked about the glutes and how to maximize glute performance. Today, we're going to talk about the foot and ankle complex and how that relates to improving running efficiency. When we look at the foot, I'll use a foot model here. Here's a right foot. We want to load the foot appropriately. So we want a lot of our weight, the majority of our weight, coming through the big toe, underneath the big toe here, underneath the fifth toe here, and across the heel. So the most amount of our weight should be between those 3 points. Big toe, underneath the fifth toe or the small toe, and underneath the heel. And we refer to that as a foot tripod. So when we're running, when we're loading our foot, we want to make sure most of our weight gets through those 3 points and is efficient in that process. So I'm going to show you a very quick, easy thing to improve the efficiency of how the muscles help control your foot. So just stand quietly there where you are, feel your feet on the ground. And we'll use our left foot for demo purposes. So I just want you to feel your left foot on the ground compared to what you feel with your right foot. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is start to work some of those muscles that attach to the bottom of the foot, especially around the big toe and the small toe, and also to help spread the foot out so we get better contact of the big toe, small toe, and heel. So we're going to grab our heel. I want you to grab your heel and just start to work the muscle right inside your heel. And a lot of times, that's where people have plantar fasciitis. It's not really plantar fasciitis, it's this muscle attachment right there at the heel. That's where they're getting some of their discomfort. So we're gonna work that muscle so it may be a little tender. Just kind of go easy with it, but get in sort of deep. You can use a lacrosse ball, golf ball, tennis ball. I like to use my hands just because it's easier to actually affect the muscles. And you're gonna work up the entire arch of the foot because the muscle attaches all the way through the arch of your foot. Just be careful underneath your big toe because you have a couple little bones underneath there. So just kind of stay away from directly underneath the big toe. And now just give your big toe just a light traction, okay? We're gonna do the same thing on the outside of the foot. So find the outside of your heel, work across those muscles on the outside of the heel. Again, you have all these muscles in the bottom of your foot that helps the foot adapt to the ground and then ultimately helps you propel you forward. So we're just working the muscles on the outside arch. And again, you can use a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, whatever you have at your disposal. Again, gently traction that small toe, don't create any pain. And then also spread your foot out. We want the foot to be a little bit wider so it's more reactive to the ground. What we're really doing is waking up those proprioceptors of the ankle and foot complex so your brain, your nervous system can find these muscles, find this connection when you get into the upright position. Now we'll stand up and just feel the difference in that foot you just worked compared to your opposite foot. And that foot should be a little bit more reactive. You should be a little bit more aware of that foot now that you're upright. So now let's connect the foot to your hips. So we want to think about being long through our spine. Keep your rib cage stacked over your top of your pelvis. We'll do some small squats just to warm up the hips. So now we'll do some squats, just warming up the hips, the knees, and the ankle and foot complex. Now we'll go into our split squats. So I'll bring my left leg forward, the foot I just worked. I want to get the big toe, small toe, heel, and really feel that contact. I want to get that anterior pelvic tilt as we talked about last week with the glutes. I'm going to load that hip and then also load that foot tripod. Again, continue to warm up the hips, the glutes, and the lower extremity. And now we can take it into more of a running specific pattern. So we'll do our reverse lunge, come back up, reverse lunge, start to work that hip, work that running motion, and now we can take it into single leg stance. So again, same idea, keep the foot tripod, stay long through your spine, stay stacked, keep your core controlled, keep breathing, and that way you have a nice, super effective, short, super effective warm-up before you get to running to improve your running efficiency. You've worked your breathing muscles, you've worked your alignment, you've worked your foot muscles, you've connected it to your hip, so that way you have a much more efficient running process. This is Dr. Evan Osar, live at Live Grit. Hope you enjoyed that video. We'll catch you next time.